So in this video, we are discussing the paper solutions of Pure Maths 1, that is Feb-March paper 9709. This is one. So this is the uh, calculator paper. So we will I have the answer key, so we'll be using this answer key. We'll match the answer quickly. Go to the solutions. Okay. So let's start with the first question. The question is, the curve has this equation and the straight line is given to you. K is constant. Find the set of values of K for which the curve and the line do not intersect. So basically the idea here is, see, this is the curve and they are saying, and this is the straight line and they are not intersecting each other. Now you can see here the basic concept behind this is, let's say if you have a line which is intersecting the graph at two distinct points, and if this is touching the graph at 2 points, and this is the graph, this is the line which is not intersecting or touching the graph, this is the quadratic. You can see here, this is the quadratic. If I solve this, you can see, if I start solving this, so you can see this is, if I say this is kx plus 13 equal to 5 plus 3x minus 2x square. So if I rearrange this, this is 2x square plus k minus 3x plus 8 equal to 0. Now you see, if I solve this, you are getting a quadratic. Now if the line intersects this graph at 2 points, then it has two real and distinct roots. If it is not, it is touching the graph, then the equal roots, real and equal roots. But here the question is saying that this is not meeting, that is, there is no point of contact, there is no point of intersection. That means no real roots. So condition is no real root of this. So what is that? That is d is less than 0. That is discriminant is less than 0, which is b squared minus 4ac less than 0. So that is a condition which you have to apply here. Now let's put this condition. So if I put this, this is b square, that is k minus 3 square minus 4a and c less than 0. So this is, you can see, k minus 3 square is k, basically just now we will solve this inequality. Basically this is k square minus 6k plus 9, and this is what, 64 is less than 0, which is k square minus 6k, this is minus 55 less than 0. And you can factorize this very easily. This is k minus 11 into k plus 5 less than 0. So now how to solve this quadratic inequality? You see, this is, the roots are negative 5 and 11. So we know that this is a graph like this for this. So here it will be positive, it will be negative, and it will be positive. We want negative, so that means k will be less than 11 and greater than minus 5. So this is the answer. So that is the answer for this question. I have the answer key. I'll check the answer and we'll see the solution. Okay. So that is how we can easily solve the first question. Now the second question. Now the next question is on the differentiation. The diagram shows the curve. It is given to you. The curve crosses x-axis at point P, which is 1 comma 0. They have mentioned this is 1 comma 0. M is the point of minimum. This is minimum point. You have to find the gradient of the curve at P. So how to find the gradient? Gradient is simply the dy by dx, the differentiation, right? So what is dy by dx? So you can see dy by dx is equal to, this is, what is the differentiation of this? This is 2x square, derivative is 2x. So this will become 4x. And how will you differentiate 1 by x? So this is basically minus 5. And what is the differentiation of 1 by x? So you can use this. This is x raised to minus 1. And again, you can apply the same formula. N, that is minus 1, x raised to n minus 1, which is equal to minus 2. And the differentiation of 3 is 0. So basically this is dy by dx. This is equal to 4x, negative negative positive. So this is plus 5 by x square. So this is the differentiation, the gradient function. And you have to find the value at which point? At p, by 1 comma 0. So x is equal to 1. So at x equal to 1, what is the dy by dx? Dy by dx will be equal to, you can put x is equal to 1, this is 4, and this is 1, so this will be equal to 9. So what is the answer? This is 9. So that is the answer for this question. Okay. So now let's move to the next point. Find the coordinate of M. So we have to find coordinate of m, that is this point. We have to find the coordinate of m, which is point of minimum. Now we know that this is the differentiation. We got this differentiation, correct? Now for minimum or maximum point, dy by dx is equal to 0. And we know what is dy by dx. We have already got dy by dx in the previous part, in the first this. So we have to make it equal to 0. That is 4x plus 5 by x square has to be equal to 0. Now you have to solve this equation. So you can see this is, if I take, this is 4x equal to minus 5 divided by x square, or if I simplify this, this is 4x cube is equal to negative 5. So what is this? X cube is equal to negative 5 by 4, or what is x? You can see x will be equal to, I write it, x will be equal to minus 4 by 5 raised to 1 by 3. So now we can just put the values in the calculator and check what is this. This is uh, minus 5 by 4 minus 5 by 4 uh, raised to 1 by 3. That is cube root. Yeah. So this is raised to 1 by 3. So this is minus, you can say this is x will be equal to, this is negative of 1 point, right, correct to 3 significant figures. So this is minus 1.07, and that's it. 0.08 basically. This is minus 1.08. So let's check the answer. So this is x is equal to minus 1.08. Now how will you find the value of y? So you can see if x coordinate is known to you, you can put x here. You can put x in this curve, that will give you the y value. So you can see if I substitute all these values, if I put, I'll write it here only, x is equal to minus 1.08 here, you will see this is y is equal to 2 minus 1.08 square minus 5, and this will become plus 1.08 plus 3. And if you just plug in the values, you will find the answer. This y will be equal to 9.96. So what is the coordinate? What is the answer for this? This is minus 1.08 comma 9.96. So that is the answer for this question. I hope this is clear. Okay. So this is a pretty easy question, standard question. Now write the complete expansion of this. So if you write the complete expansion, you can see this is 2x minus 3 by x raised to 4. Now we know this is 4c0, 4c1, 4c2, 4c3, 4c4, right? This is 2x raised to 4 plus, okay, let me write it here. This is 4c1, 2x raised to, what you can do is you can decrease power on the first term and increase the power on the second term. So this is 2x raised to 3 and negative 2, negative 3 by x, negative 3 by x raised to 1. Sum of all the power should be equal to 1. 4, right? So this is, next term is 4c2, and this is 2x raised to, you can see 4 3, now this is 2, and okay, this is negative 3 by x raised to 2. Then this is 4c3, 4c3, this is 2x raised to, this is 1, and negative 3 by x raised to 3. I am increasing the power, 2, then 3, and then last this is plus 4c4, 2x raised to 0, or you can say that's 1, and this is minus 3 by x raised to 4. And now you simplify 4c0, you can just check this value, this is 1, 2 raised to 4 is 16, so this is 16 x to the power 4. This will be 4 into 2, 2 cube is 8, and this is what, minus 3 by, this will be x cube and upon x, so this will become x square. So this is the next term, you can see this is, then 4c2, you can again check, this will be equal to 4 factorial upon 2 factorial, 2 factorial, this is 24 by 4, which is 6. You can check this, this is 6, 6 into 2 square, that is 4. This is negative 3 square, which is equal to 9. This x square and x square cancel out. Okay. Then this is 4c3 is 4. So this is 4 into 2 and negative 27. So this is negative 27 and this is x and x cube. So this will become 1 by x squared. 4c4 is 1 and this is 1 and this is 3 raised to 4 is 81 upon x to the power 4. So this will become what? 16 x to the power 4. This is what? 96 x square, negative 96, right? This will become, this is 624 into 9, 24 into 9, which is equal to 216. This is plus 216. This is 27 into 8, which is 216 by x square, and this is 81 by x to the power 4. So this is the answer. Let's verify the answer. Final answer. This is 16x raised to 4, 96 x square. Then this is 216. This is 216 x square and 81 by x raised to. That is the correct answer. Okay. So this is how we can expand using binomial. Now the question is, hence determine the coefficient of x square in the expansion of this. So see, we have already written in the first part, we have already written the expansion of this. Okay. So what I can do is I can just use the same thing. So this, I'll solve this. This is this expression. This we know, right? This is the expansion. And this expression you have to multiply it with x raised to x square plus 5. So what is the coefficient of x square? That is the question. So what we can do is you can say this is x square plus 5 multiplied with, this is 16x to the power 4 minus 96x square plus 216 minus 216 upon x square plus 81 upon x raised to 4. Now just focus on x square term. So when you start multiplying this, with this bracket, you will see x square is already there. So x square multiplied with this term will give you x square. That is, this will become 216 x square. So we are just writing what is required. Okay. Next is, and if you multiply this x square term with any of these terms, other terms will not give you x square. You can see this will become x raised to 6, this is x raised to 4. This will cancel out and this will cancel out, right? And then if you multiply this 5, which term you will multiply so that you get x raised to 2. So you can see if I multiply this term and this term, so you will get x raised to 2, x square. So what is the coefficient? This is minus 96 into, so this will be the coefficient of x square. This will be the coefficient of x square. So what is this? This is, you can see, 216 minus 96 into 5, which is negative 264. So what is the answer? This is correct answer, minus 260. This is how you will solve this question. I hope this is clear, right? So that is the answer to this question. So now next question. The question is, the diagram shows the triangle OAB. Okay, triangle OAB. O and OB are 10 centimeter. Angle is given to you, C and D. Okay, out of the circle, radius 6. Okay, the shaded region is bounded by arc CD and the segment, line segment. Okay, find the perimeter of the shaded region. So basically, you have to find the perimeter of this part. So how will you find this perimeter? So just think about it. First thing is, see, if you have to find the perimeter, we need length CD, and you can easily find length CD. This is arc length CD. From this sector you can find the arc length, which is r theta. What is r? Radius of this is 6 and theta is 0.8 radians, right? R theta. Theta is, what is arc length? Arc length is equal to r theta, where theta is in radians. Okay, so this is already given in the radians. Okay, now this is CD. Now these are the, we know this is AC and BD. These are AC plus BD is equal to 8. Now we need this also. Now how will you get the length BD? So you can see, for finding BD, you can use this triangle OAB. In OAB, we know this angle. We know this angle. So what we can do is we can use cosine rule also, right? So what is cos, what is side AB? So AB square will be equal to, if I apply sine rule, cosine rule in this triangle, you can see AB square will be equal to, this side is 10, this side is 10. So this is 10 square plus 10 square minus 2 into 10 into 10 into cos of this, that is 0.8 radians. So from this you will get AB, from this you get CD. Just adding all this, you'll get the answer for this. So you just take this value. So this is, you can just check the calculations. You will find the answer. This is equal to, the final answer will be equal to 20.6. So this will be 20, final answer will be, perimeter will be 20.6. Okay. So you can, from this you can just get the value of AB, taking the square root of this, and you know this, right? So this is, you can write the, this is how you can easily solve this question. Okay. Now the next part of the question, find the area of the shaded region. Now how will you find the area of this shaded region? So you can see what is the area of this triangle, you can write, and from this you can just remove this part, that area of this sector. So what we can do is, again, this is a simple, pretty simple question. What is the area of the triangle? You can see what is the area of triangle. Area of triangle, which is equal to half the sides and angle between them, that is 0.8 radians. Okay, so that is the area of this triangle. The sides are 10 10, and angle between them half AB sine theta. That is the formula which we are using, right? This is the area of triangle. Now from this we need to remove the area of this sector. So how will, what is the area of this sector? This, what is the area of sector? Area will be equal to half r square theta. Theta is in radians. You have to be very careful about radian and degree. So this is formula related to radians. So this is, what is the radius of this? Area of sector. Area of sector is equal to half, what is the radius? 6 square, and half r square theta. Theta is 0.8. Half r square theta. You see, what is the radius of this sector? This is 6. And what is the angle? This is point theta. That is 0.8 radians. So that is the value. Now just subtract these two. So if you subtract these two, you'll get the area of shaded region. So what is the final answer? You just put the value in the calculator. You will find this area will be equal to 21.5 centimeter square. So this is centimeter, right? So this is also centimeter. So this is how you can easily solve this question. Okay. So I have the answer here. I'm just giving you the answer, giving the method. You can easily check the calculations. Okay. So now the next question. The arithmetic progression has first term as 5, and the common difference is 6. For this progression, find the sum of all the terms that lie between 150 and 400. Okay. So you can see, uh, so what you can see is, we have to find sum of all the terms which are between 150 and 400. Okay. So what you can see is, what is the, let's see, what is the first term which is in between 150 and 400. So what is the nth term of this? This is, you can see, this is a, that is first term, that is t1 plus n minus 1 into d. That is the nth term of an arithmetic progression. So what is the first term? The first term is 5, and this is n minus 1 into common difference is 6. So you can clearly see this is 6n minus 5 minus 6, which is minus 1. So this is our nth term. Okay. Now we want that this should be between one, which should be greater than 150. So I want that 6n minus 1 should be greater than 150, greater than, or it may be equal to also. So this is 6n will be greater than 151. So what is this? This is n is greater than or equal to, what is 151 divided by 6? So you can see 151 divided by 6. So that is 25.16. So you can see, when n is equal to 26, that is the 26th term. The 26th term is the term which is between the first term which is between 150, and you can see that I want the term should be less than 400. That is now 6n minus 400. Sorry, 6n minus 1, the nth term, and this should be less than our 400. So what is this? 6n is less than 401. So this is, you can see n is less than equal to, you can see this is 401 divided by 6, which is 66.83. So obviously n is equal to, what is this? 66. That means T26 to T66 is from this series, the term from 26 to 66 will be the sum of all the terms which lie between 150 and 400. So for this, now how will you solve this one? How will you find this? What you can do is, see, can I say for finding the sum of what is sum of 20, so sorry, sum of 25 terms. That is, you can say this is 25 by 2, 25 by 2, 2a plus n minus 1, that is 25, 25, what is a, that is, uh, let me explain you what I'm trying to do is, see, if I start with T1, T2, this is T25, T26, and T66. So what I'm trying to do is, and let's say this is T67, this is the AP. So I want to find the sum of this series. So what I'm saying is, I will find sum from T1 to T66, and from this I will subtract this. So that will give you the sum of the remaining terms. So that is what I'm trying to solve. So this is, you can see what is sum of 66 term. This is 66 by 2, 2a. What is the first term? First term is 5. 2a plus 66, n minus 1 into common difference is 6. So what is this? This is 33. This is, you can say 10, and this is what? 65 into 6. So we can see what is this value. This is 33, sorry, this is 10 plus 65 into 6, and this is multiplied with 33. So this value is 13200. And what is the sum of 25 terms? So this is sum of 25 terms is 25 by 2, that is n by 2, 2a. 2a, that is 5 plus 25 minus 1 into d is 6. So this is 6. So from this you can see this is 25 by 2, this is 10, this is 24 into 6. So now let's see, this is 10 plus 24 into 6, this is divide by 2, and this is multiplied with 20. So what is this? This is 1925. So what we can do is, now you subtract these two so that you get the sum from 26 to 66. So if I subtract this from 13200, this will be, what is the answer? This will be equal to 11275. 11275. So let's see what is the answer. This is 11275. Yeah, so that is the correct answer for this question. Okay. So you can see this is this one is an interesting question. So what we have done is, we have worked around. We have got sum till 66 term and subtracted sum till 25 term. So that will give you the sum of the term which is between 26 to 66. Okay, so I hope this is clear. The first step should be clear, that we have got that 26 term from the AP will be greater than 150, and the 66 term, the last term which is 66 term, will be less than 400. That way you can easily solve this question. So let's check the answer. This is 11275. That is the correct answer. Now let's move to the next question. The diagram shows the circle. Okay, x is is greater than 0, y greater than 0 for all the points that is in the first quadrant. The least distance between any point on the circle C and the x-axis is 8 units. The least distance between any point on C and the y-axis is 5 units. Find the coordinates in terms of r. So you see, the question is saying, so the least distance of the point on the circle from x-axis, okay, is 8, and from y-axis is 5. So what you can clearly see here is, if you take which point will be at the least distance. So you can see, if I draw perpendicular like this from the center, and you see this is another perpendicular from the center, right? This is the perpendicular. So we can clearly see that this point, so this point, this point, yeah, this point is the at the minimum distance from the y-axis, and this point is at the minimum distance from x-axis. You can see this is the minimum. Okay, so question is, uh, what is the least distance of the points and x-axis? This is 8, and least distance between the point on the C and y-axis is 5. So this is 5. So what will be the coordinate of center, right? Center will be, now this is r and this is r. So what is the coordinate of C? You can see what is the x coordinate, r plus 5, and what is the coordinate of, what is the y coordinate? This is r plus 8, because this will become r plus 8 and this will become r plus, so what is the x coordinate? R plus 5. This distance, the horizontal distance, and the vertical distance is what? This is r. So what is the coordinate? R plus 5 comma r plus 8. That is the first answer. Now the second part. Given the distance between origin and the center of the circle is 15, find the value of r. So now the question is saying that the distance between the center and origin, that is this distance, that is this distance, this is equal to 15. So what you can do is, if this is 15, you can apply the distance formula and equate it to 15 to get the value of r. So what is the distance between the center and origin? So you can clearly see this is r plus 5 square plus r plus 8 square under root of x2 minus x1 square. So this is simply x minus 0 square. This is y2 minus 0 square, right? This is 0 comma 0 center, sorry, origin, and this is equal to 15. So now you have to just solve this equation. So you can clearly see, if I square on both sides, this is r square plus 25 plus nr. This is r square plus 16r, a plus b square identity, plus 64 is equal to, if I am squaring, this will become 225. And if I further simplify this, this is 10r. This is 10r. So this will become 2r square. So if I simplify this, this is 2r square, r square plus r square. This is 26r. This will become, this is 89 and minus 225 equal to 0. So this will become 2r square plus 26r and 225 minus 89, which is 136. And in fact, we can cancel out a factor of 2 also. This is 13 and this is what? 6 and 8, 68. 13r. Okay. Yeah, 68. So now you have to just solve this equation. So now if we can factorize this, so 68 and this is 13. So we can factorize this. You can see 17. 17 into 4 is 68. And 17 minus 4 is equal to, this is, you can see, I can use 17 and 4. So you can see this is r plus 17 into r minus 4 equal to 0. You can see this is negative 68 and 17r minus 4r, right? So what is the value of r? R cannot be negative because this is the radius. So r is equal to 4. The only possible value is 4. That is the answer for this question. I hope this is clear, right? Now, the next question. The point on the circle farthest from origin is denoted by P. Find the gradient of tangent to the circle at P. So the question is, so the farthest point from this. So you see, the question is saying that the farthest point on the circle from origin. Now, what is the farthest point from origin? So we can see this point will be the farthest point. I hope this is making sense. If I join this, this point will be the farthest point. Start moving this, right? So this point is the farthest point. This is point P. Now the question is, you have to find the gradient of tangent to the circle at P. You have to find the gradient at this point P. Now, how will you find the gradient of the tangent at this point? That is the question here. Okay. So you see, we know this coordinate is 0, comma 0, right? And we have already got what is R. R is 4, correct? So R is 4. That means the coordinate of the center will become 9, comma 12. So this is R equal to 4. That is, this is 9, comma 12. So this point is 9, comma 12. Now we know that the tangent and radius are perpendicular to each other. We know the property of circle, that radius and tangent are perpendicular to each other. And know, if you know the slope of this line, the gradient of this line, then negative reciprocal will be the gradient of this line, right? So what you can do is, what is the gradient of OC? So what is the gradient of OC? That is the gradient of basically OP. This is the straight line, correct? So this is passing through 9, comma 12 and 0, comma 0. So what is the gradient? This is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This is 0, 0 and 9, 12. So what is this? This is 4 by 3, correct? So if the gradient of this is 4 by 3, so tangent will be perpendicular to this. So what is the gradient of tangent? Gradient of tangent will be negative reciprocal, that is minus 3 by 4. So what is the answer? This is minus 3 by 4. So you don't have to use the differentiation here. You can directly get, because for if you use differentiation, you need to find that coordinate of point P, and then you will have to find the differentiation. So better use the properties of circle. So what is the gradient? This is minus 3 by 4. That is the answer to this question. I hope this is clear. Okay. Now the question on trigonometry. Here, this is three times. You have to show this. Basically, you have to just show the identity. This expression is equal to this expression. So you can first see here. Here we have to show that this is in terms of sine theta is this. So that means everything should be converted to sine theta. So we can see this is, if you start with LHS, this is 3, and we know tan theta is sine theta by cos theta. So this is sine square theta by cos square theta, and this is 5 sine square theta, right? So now you can see, if I multiply this with cos square theta and this also with cos square theta, making the like terms, denominator, like fraction. So this will become cos square theta. This is 3 sine square theta, and this is 5 sine square theta, and cos square theta is basically 1 minus sine square theta. You can see, because everything should be converted to sine theta. So now you can see, if I just open up this bracket, you will see this is 3 sine square theta, this is 5 sine square theta, and if I open this, this is 5 sine to the power 4 theta upon cos square theta is 1 minus sine square theta. So now you see, this will become 3 sine square theta plus 5 sine square theta, 8 sine square theta minus 5 sine to the power 4 theta upon 1 minus sine square theta. So this is the first part which you need to show. I hope this is clear. This is this easy question. Now the second part of the question. So here we have to solve this equation. Now you see, this is the typical pattern. This part we have already given in the first part, right? And we have proved that this is equal to this expression. So what we will do is, we will place this. We have proved this, and then we will solve this equation. You can see we have already given solved this first part, right? So this is 8 sine square theta, 8 sine square theta minus 5 sine to the power 4 theta divided by 1 minus sine square theta, and this is given as 9. Now theta is between 0 and 270 degree. That is what we have to solve, correct? So what we can do is this is 8 sine squared theta. We will just convert this into a simple equation which is easily solvable. 9 minus 9 sine squared theta. Just cross multiplying the. If I arrange this, you can clearly see this is 5. If I take this 5 sine to the power 4 theta. If I take this here, this is minus 17 sine squared theta. You can see this is 9 sine squared theta, and this will become minus 8 sine squared theta, and this is plus 9 equal to 0. Now to solve this, you can clearly see if I take this sine squared theta as a variable t, this will become 5t square minus 17t plus 9 equal to 0, just solving the quadratic equation. So you can see if you were to solve this, you will see this is t is equal to, you will not be able to factorize this, so you will use the quadratic formula. You can plug in the value in the calculator also. You have direct solution of the quadratic equation. So what you can do is you can see this is t is equal to 17 plus minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So this will become t is equal to 17 plus minus, this is 289, and this is what, 180. So this is 109. 109. So let me check the calculations. Yeah. So yeah, 109. So this is 109 upon, okay. So just you can just verify the calculations. So basically sine squared theta you are getting is 17 plus root 109 upon 10. We will put the value 17 minus root of 109 by 10. Now the point which one important point which you have to understand here is, see, this value you will just calculate this value, and you will find this will be greater than 1, and you can see it here also, because 109 square root will be more than 10. 27 plus more than 10 value will be 27 by 10, which will be more than 1. That is not possible. So this is the only possible value which is acceptable. So this is, if I take, this is sine squared theta is equal to, this is 17 minus root of 109 divided by 10. So if I remove this, so just let me just write the value. This is 17 minus root of 109. This is divided by 10. And now take the square root of the answer, which is, you can see, you will find this is sine square theta, which is, after removing this will become plus minus 0.81. This is 0.81. Okay. So here sine theta is plus minus 0.81, and theta, it is given that it is between 0 and 270 degree. 0 and 270 degree. So what will be the values? Now you see, since theta is between 0 and 270 degree, so you can see in the first quadrant, in the second quadrant, and in the third quadrant we will get the answers, because 270 degree. And sine theta is positive in the first and second quadrant and negative in the third quadrant. So how will you find this? So we'll first find what is sine inverse of 0.81. So you can see this is 54.09 or 54.1. So this is, you will see this value is 54.1 degree. So one answer is 54.1 degree. The other answer, you can clearly see this will be the other answer, second quadrant, which is 180 degree minus 54.1 degree. And the other answer, you will see this will be the other value, which is 180 plus 54.1 degree. So what is this? You can see this is 180 minus 54.1 degree, which is 125.9 degree, and this is what, this is 1, sorry, this is 4.1, 234.1 degree. So these are the answers for this 54.1, 125.9, and 234.1. This is the answer this question. I hope this is clear. Okay. Now the next question, the question on progressions, the geometric progression. The question is, the geometric progression is such that the second term is minus 120 and sum to infinite term is 160, then what is the common ratio? So you see, if this is the geometric progression with common ratio r, and the first term is, let's say, a. So what is the second term? What is the nth term of a geometric progression? This is first term into r raised to n minus 1. So what is the second term? Second term is minus 120, which is equal to a into r raised to 2 minus 1, which is ar, right? That is the second term. And sum of infinite term. Now we know sum of infinite terms is a upon 1 minus. So what is this? This is 160. 160 is equal to a upon 1 minus. That is the sum of infinite terms. The first term upon 1 minus r. Now you have to again solve this equation to find the common ratio. From this, you can see how will you solve this. So from this, you can see what is a. A is negative 120 divided by r, which we will substitute here. Simultaneous equation. This is 160 into 1 minus r is equal to a. Just arranging this term. You can see. Now, what is a? A is minus 120 by r. So this is 160 into 1 minus r, 1 minus r, and this is a is minus 120 divided by. So now let's solve this equation. So what you can do is you can just multiply r. You can cancel out the common factors first. This is r. We can cancel the 4 also. So this will become 4 and this will become 3. So this is 4r, 1 minus r is equal to negative 3. So this will become 4r minus 4r square equal to negative 3, or you can say this is 4r square minus 4r minus 3 equal to 0, right? So now you can factorize this. This is minus 12, 6 and 4. You can easily factorize this. This is minus 6r plus 2r minus 3 equal to 0. So you can say this is 2r is common. So this is 2r minus 3 and this is plus 2r minus 3 equal to 0. So what are the factors? 2r plus 1 into 2r minus 3 equal to 0. So now you see what are the values of r you are getting. So r you are getting is from this, if this is 0, r will be equal to negative 1 by 2. And if this is 0, this will become 3 by 2. But since the sum of infinite terms is existing, you can see sum of infinite terms is given 160. So r has to be between minus 1 and 1. That is the condition for infinite sum to exist for a GP, correct? And if this has to be true, r cannot be equal to 3 by 2 because this is more than 1. So r cannot be equal to 3 by 2. So what is the answer? We will say r will be equal to negative 1 by. So let's check the answer. R is negative 1 by 2 is the correct answer for this question. Okay. So now the question is, the next part is, the first 9 terms of geometric progression are removed. Find the sum of infinite terms of the remaining terms of the geometric progression. So you see, this is, let's say, T1, T2, T3, and so on. This is T9 and T10 and going to infinity. So they are saying that the first 9 terms are removed. So this first 9 terms are removed. But still, you see, if I start from T10, this will also be an infinite GP. This will also be a GP. Correct? So the first term of this GP will become T10 of this sequence. So what you can say is, what is T10, the 10th term? What is the 10th term of this GP? That is 10th term of this GP is A into R raised to N, 9. Correct? So what is A? The first term. Okay. So first term of this GP, we have not calculated in the first part. So let's calculate this A also. So if you can see, we have taken R is minus half. So if I take r is minus half here, you can see what is a. A is equal to negative 120 divided by negative 1 by 2. So you can say this is 240. So a is 240. That is the first term of this sequence. This is a. This is 240 into what is r minus 1 by 2 raised to 9. So this is basically negative 240 into 1 by 2 raised to 9. Okay. So you can see this is 240 divided by 2 raised to 9 is 516, 512, 512. So just we will put the value. Okay. So the question here is you have to find the sum of this GP which is starting from T10. Now for this GP, what is the first term? Now because we have to find the sum of this infinite GP, so what is the first term of this part? This is T10. That is T10 upon what is the common ratio? Common ratio will not change. Common ratio will remain as it is. Correct. So what is T10? This is, you can say, what is this value? Minus 240 divided by 512 divide by what is this? This is 1 minus common ratio is minus 1 by 2. So now you can check this. This is negative 240, 512, and you can see. Okay, let me do the calculation so that you can easily understand this. So what we can do is we can just put the value 240 divide by 512. So this will become 0 point negative 0.468 divide by, this will become 1 plus 1 by 2, which is 3 by 2. So this will become 3 by 2. So you can see this divided by, you can say 1.5 will be 0.3125 with a negative sign. Or you can say just answer will be, this is equal to negative 0.312, or you can say 3. That is the answer to this question. So let's check the answer. This is the answer, correct answer for this question. I hope this is clear. So you can see if I remove the series, like if remove the first 9 terms, this remaining series is also a GP, infinite GP, and you can find the sum of this infinite GP within the same formula, but the first term will change. The first term will change for the infinite sequence. Okay, so that is the answer for this question. Okay, now the next question on differential equations, you can see the question. The curve is defined by this equation. It is given that the curve has stationary point as 1 by 2 comma 9. Use the expression for d2y by dx2 to determine whether the stationary point is a maximum point or a minimum point. Okay, so we know that for maximum or minimum point, dy by dx is 0. But to differentiate exactly between maximum and minimum point, we know that the second differentiation is negative or second derivative is positive. This gives you point of maximum and this gives you the point of minimum. That is a simple uh, method to find the maximum point or minimum point. Now d2y by dx2 is already given, and it is given that this is the stationary point. That means this, at this point you have to check. Okay, so now if you have to check this at 1 by 2 comma 9, so just substitute x equal to 1 by 2 and check the sign of this. So what is this? What is d2y by dx2? This is equal to at x equal to 1 by 2. So if I put this, this is 6 upon 1 by 2 square, 1 by 2 raised to 4, minus this is 5 upon 1 by 2 cube. Now you can check this value. You can just see this is 6 into 1 by 2 raised to 4. You can just take 2 raised to 4 above, which is 16, and this is 5 into 8. So this will be 96, and this is 40. So basically this is positive value. We are interested only in sign. So double derivative, that second derivative is positive. So if second derivative is positive, that means this is the point of minimum. So what is the answer for this? This is the point of minimum. This is the minimum point. Okay. So that is the first answer. That is, this is a minimum. Okay. Now the second, find the equation of curve. Now to find the equation of curve, you have to solve this differential equation. Now how will you solve this differential equation? So you can see, let's start. So see, if I integrate on both sides, so if I integrate on both sides, d2y by dx2 dx, this is integral 6 upon x to the power 4 minus 5 upon x cube dx. Now what is this? If I integrate second derivative, so it will give you the first derivative, that is, this is dy by dx is equal to, now how will you integrate this? So this is 6x to the power minus 4, and this is 5x to the power minus 3. You have to integrate this, correct? We have to integrate this, and we know what is the integration of x raised to n. This is x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1, the formula for integration. So this is 6 x raised to minus 4 plus 1 upon minus 4 plus 1, and minus this is 5 x raised to minus 3, x raised to minus 3 plus 1 upon minus 3 plus 1, plus constant of integration. Now what is this? This is dy by dx is equal to, this will become minus 3, this is minus 3 and 6, this will become minus 2, and upon x raised to 3, and this will become minus 2, so this will become plus 5 by 2 and 1 upon x square plus c. So this is the first condition which we have, correct? Now this is, we have to find the equation of curve. Okay, we have not got the values of c, right? Now it is given that this is the stationary point. See, this is the stationary point. That is, how can you use this? How to find this value of c here? That at x equal to 1 by 2, dy by dx will be equal to 0, because this is the stationary point. Okay, so what you can do is, if I put x is equal to 1 by 2, the differentiation should be 0, that the first derivative will be 0. So if I put x is equal to 1 by 2 and dy by dx equal to 0, this will become 0, this will become minus 2, 1 by 2 cube plus 5 by 2, 1 by 1 by 2 square plus c. So now you can just check the calculation. This is 8, 1 by 8, so this will become negative 16. This will become 1 by 4, so this will become 10 plus c. So you can clearly see what is c. C is equal to 6. This is minus 6. It will go on this side, so it will become plus 6. So what is the dy by dx? Dy by dx is equal to minus 2 by x cube plus, this is 5 by 2 x square plus c. Now to reach to the equation of curve, now again you have to solve this equation. We have to remove all the differentials. Okay, so now if I again integrate, you can see y will be equal to integral of minus 2 by x cube plus 5 by 2 x square plus 6, and the differential. Now let's integrate this. So what is this? Y will be equal to, now this is x raised to minus 3, right? So this will be negative 2 x raised to minus 3 plus 1 upon minus 3 plus 1 plus 5 upon 2. This is x raised to minus 2. So x raised to minus 2 plus 1 minus 2 plus 1, and this is plus 6x. One integration is x. And another constant of integration. So c lesser dash, c dash. So this will be y is equal to, this is negative 2 cancel. This will be 1 by x square. And this is minus 1. So this will become negative 5 by 2x. This is 1 by x plus 6x plus c dash. Now the question comes, how will you find c dash? So here you can see it is given that this is the point of minimum. Point of minimum. That means this point has to be on the curve. Then only this can be a point of minimum. So what is this? That at x equal to 1 by 2. What is y? Y is equal to 9. That is the answer. So if I put x is equal to 9, x equal to 1 by 2 and y equal to 9, you will get the value of c dash. So you can see this is 9 is equal to 1 by 2 square minus 5, 2 into 1 by 2, 6 into 1 by 2 plus c dash. So what is this? Let's calculate this. We will see c dash here. So c dash will, this is 9 equal to, this is 4, 1 by 2 cancel, this is minus 5, this will be 3 plus c dash. So this will become what? 7 minus 5, 2. So c dash will be equal to 9 minus 2, which is 7. So we'll put this here. That will give you the final answer. Y is equal to, what is the curve? 1 by x square minus 5 by 2x plus 6x plus 7. So that is the answer for this question. I hope this is clear. So let's match the answer. X 1 by x square minus 1 by 2x plus 6x plus 7. That is the correct answer for this question. I hope this is clear. Okay. Now the next question. The question says, the diagram shows with an equation Okay, this is the equation of the curve. The value of x is such that x is between 0 and 7. Okay, the tangent to the curve at 7 comma 0, this point is actually 7 comma 0, point P, this is 7 comma 0, right? Meets the y-axis at Q. The region A is bounded by the curve and two axes. Okay, region B is bounded by the curve and the line segment, the curve and line segment PQ and y-axis. Okay, this is the region B. So you have to first find the region A. So first you have to find the region A. So finding the region A is very easy because we know what is the area bounded by a curve. That is, by integration you can find the area under the curve. So what is this? This is integral y dx from 0 to 7. You have to integrate from 0 to 7. Correct? So what is this? This is integral 0 to 7 4 3x plus 4 raised to 1 by 2 minus 2x minus 6. We will have to integrate this. Okay, and we'll put the limit. So let's see the integration. So this is, you can see what is the integration of this. This is 4 3x plus 4 raised to 1 by 2 plus 1, that is 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2 into 3. Now this is very important point. You remember this. If you are integrating ax plus b raised to n, the integration remains the same. Ax plus b raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1, but you need to divide by coefficient of x, which is a. If you are replacing this with the linear, that is a, right? Ax plus b is linear. Okay, so this is why this is 3. We have to divide by coefficient of x. That is the first, that is minus 2. What is the integration of x? X is square by 2 and 6, this is 6x. And on this we will have to put the limit 0 to 7. So now I hope this can be easily done. So this is, you can see this is this 2 will go here, 8 by 9, 3x plus 4 raised to 3 by 2 minus x square minus 6x, and we will put 0 to 7. So this is, let's put 7. So if I put upper limit, this is 8 by 9, this will become what? This is 21. 7 into 3 21, 21 plus 4 25. Basically this will become 25 raised to 3 by 2, and root of 25 is 5. So 5 raised to 3 will become 125. So this will become 125. This is 49 minus 42. After putting 7 and after putting 0, this will be, if I put 0, this will become 8 by 9. This will become 0. So this is 4 raised to 3 by 2. 4 raised to 3 by 2 is square root of 4 raised to 3. Square root of 4 is 2. 2 raised to 3 is 8. So this is 8 minus 0 and 0. Now we can just check the calculations here. This is 8 by 9 into 125 minus, this is what? This is 191 minus, this is what? 64 upon 9. So now you can just, I think you can just check the calculations here now. This is 8 into 125 minus 64 divided by 9. In fact, these values are, this is 104. If I subtract these two, basically minus 91. So this is minus 91, which is 13. So if I simplify this, we'll find this is 13. So what is the answer? Let's see. This is 13. That is the correct answer. So you can see the values are very good values. You can see. So this is 13. I hope this is clear. This is the easy part. You have to just integrate and put the values. Okay. Don't. This is the critical point where many students make the mistake. You have to divide by 3. Okay. So this is the first part. Now you have to find the area of region B. You have to find the area of this region. You have to find this region. So what you can do is, you can see, I can, if you have to find this area, we have already found this area, this part. So if you can find the area of this triangle, I can easily find this area by subtracting this area in the triangle. But for finding the triangle, we need to have, this is the right angle triangle, triangle OQB is a right angle triangle. Now we know that this is 7, but we don't know this. Now for finding this, what you have to do is, you have to find the equation of tangent, because this is the tangent at P. And what is the y-intercept of that? That is the coordinate of q, correct? So now, how will you find the equation of tangent? So for finding tangent, you have to differentiate. So now let's start. For finding the equation of tangent, you need to find the differentiation, the gradient. So let's see what is the equation of tangent at point B, point P, which is 7 comma 0. So let's see what is the equation of curve. Y is equal to 4 3x plus 4 raised to 1 by 2, 3x plus 4 raised to 1 by 2 minus 2x minus 6, minus 2x minus 6. So what is dy by dx? This is 4. What is this? We have to apply the chain rule. So first we'll take the square root differentiation. 1 by 2, 3x plus 4 raised to 1 by 2 minus 1 into differentiation of 3x plus 4 is 3, right? Minus differentiation of 2x is 2 and differentiation of 6 is 0. So basically this is 2 and 3x plus 4 raised to minus 1 by 2. Basically this will become 6. This is 2 into 3 and minus 2. So this is the differentiation dy by dx. At which point you have to find? At x equal to 7, right? Because the point is 7 comma 0. So what is the slope of tangent? This is, you can see, this is 6. This will become what? 21 plus 4, 25. 25 square root will become 5, right? So this will be 1 by 5 because this is negative. So this is 1 by 5. So if I put this, this is 1 by 5 minus 2. So this will be 6 minus 10. This is minus 4 by 5. So what is the equation of tangent? Equation of tangent y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. The tangent is passing through 7 comma 0 and the gradient is minus 5. So what is this? This is y is equal to minus 4 by 5x plus 28 by 5. This is the equation of tangent. So you can see what is the y-intercept. What is the y-intercept? This is the y-intercept, which is 28 by 5. So if y-intercept is 28 by 5, now you can see this is 0 comma 28 by 5. So what is the area of B? So let me write what is the area of triangle OQB. Area of triangle OQB. This is equal to, you can see this area will be equal to half base. What is this? 7 into height 28 by 5. So this is half 7 into 28 by 5. That is the area of triangle, right? And what is the area of the region B, which will be equal to, so what is this? This is what? 28 multiplied with 7 divided by 10. This is 19.6. This is 19.6 square units. So this is, what is the area of B? This is 19.6 minus the area bounded by the curve, that is 13. You can see in the first part we got this area is 13. So this area is 13 and the triangle area, this triangle area, we know that is equal to this value which we got. So what is the answer? This is, you can say this is 6.6 square units. So let's check the answer. Is this 6.6 square units? So this is 33 by, the answer key is saying this is 33 by 6, which is I think correct. 33 divided by 5, which is 6.6. That is the correct answer for this question. I hope this is clear. So we got the area of triangle, we got the area of curve, we subtracted it and got the area. Okay. So that is how we can solve this question. Okay. Now the next question. The question is, function f and g are defined and it is given that g inverse 3k plus 1 is c. Okay. Show that this, right? So if you have to find, so here this is given that g inverse 3k plus 1 is c. That means we can see first thing is g of c will be equal to 3k plus 1. That is the basic property of inverse. Now from this you can see What is GC? GC, if I put x is equal to c here, this is 2c plus k. You can see this is 2c plus k is equal to 3k plus 1. So from this you can see what is the value of this. This is 2c is equal to 3k minus k is 2k plus 1. So what is the value of c? This is k plus 1 by 2. So this is the relation between c and k. Now the question, first part is asking you to write the g of fx. So what is g of fx? So g of fx will be equal to, inside g we will put fx. So in gx I will put fx. So this is 2. What is fx? 4x square minus c and plus k. So this is 8x square minus 2c plus k. Right? Now, what is, we have to write the answer in terms of only k. So we will eliminate c. Basically, what is 2c? 2c is equal to 2k plus 1. So what is this? This is 8x square minus 2k plus 1 plus k. So what is this? 8x square minus 2k minus 1 plus k. So minus 2k plus k will become minus k. So this will become minus k minus. So what is the answer? This is the first part which you have to show. Correct? Now the next part of the question. So here we have a question on transformation. The curve has this equation. Just transform to the curve with this equation by the following transformation. Okay, so transformations are given. This is the final curve. You have to find hx in terms of x and k. Okay, so basically the translation, first transformation is, this is translation by 2 3. So you have to move 2 units right, and you can say 3 units up. So basically if you have some function y is equal to, let's say, fx, if you have to move 2 units right, so this will be f of x minus 2, and 3 units up, so you will add plus 3. 2 units right, this is x minus 2. So this is again a mistake. Many students write this is x plus 2. Okay, because we are shifting to the right side. So this is why we have to write x minus 2. So you see this curve will become y is equal to 8 x minus 2 square minus k minus 1. Right? Shifting 2 units on the right and plus 3, so that it is vertical shift by 3 units. This is the after first translation. Now stretch in the direction of y by a scale factor k. So if you have to scale if you have to do the scale factor stretch along y axis, so entire function will be multiplied with this 2. So this is x minus 2 square, and this you can see this is minus plus 2. This is minus 3 plus 1. This is 2. So you can see the transformation will be k times fx, like this. This is the stretch along y-axis by a factor k. Now reflection in x-axis. Now if you have any function y equal to fx, how to reflect in x-axis? Basically y will become minus y. So this is minus of fx. So this is y is equal to minus of this complete function. This is negative 8 x minus 2 square minus k plus 2. So this will be the function. You can see after these translation, this will become hx function. I hope this is clear. So this is the expression which is required in terms of k. Now the next part. The range of hx is given that hx is less than or equal to 15. Then find c and k. Okay. It is already given. What is the relation c? What is the relation between c and k? This so we have already found. And we know that c and k are positive values. Okay, positive constants. So you can see if this function hx, the range is less than or equal to 15. Okay, so what you can do is, what is hx function? This is hx function. So I can say this is negative 8k. I'll just multiply this minus k inside this, x minus 2 square, and this is plus k square, because negative k into negative k, and this will be minus 2k. This is our hx function, and this is given that this is less than or equal to 15. This is less than or equal to 50. Okay, so from this you have to find c and k. So you see what we can say is this is k square minus 2k minus 15. Then if I take this and this, less than or equal to, this is 8 k x minus 2 square. This is the expression we have. Now just try to understand this, that this quantity is always positive. Why this is positive? Because k is positive and x minus 2 square is positive. So it has to be a positive value. It cannot be negative. So it has to be the minimum possible value here is 0. So can I say this is k square? Basically, this quantity is greater than 0, greater than or equal to 0. That means this has to be equal to 0. That then only this will be possible. Always possible. So this is minus 2k minus 15 is equal to 0. So now let's solve this equation. This is k minus 5. We can factorize this. This is k minus 5 into k plus 3 is equal to 0. So what is the value? K is equal to 5. Will not take minus 3 because k is given as a positive value. Okay, I hope this point is clear that how this is true, because this quantity is always greater than 0. So it has to be equal to 0. It has to be a positive value, right? So that is the k equal to 5. So now if k is equal to 5, what is the value of c? That you can easily find because it is given that c is equal to k plus half. C is equal to k plus half. C is equal to k plus half, which is, you can say this is 5.5. So let's check the answer. K is equal to 5 and C is equal to 5.5. That is the answer to this question. Okay. So I hope this is clear. So that is how we can solve all the questions. I hope you understood all the questions. So you can just go through these questions step by step, slowly. We'll be able to solve all the questions. Okay. So that's it for this video. If you have understood all the questions, please do like this video and subscribe to our channel and share with your friends. Okay, that's it for this. Thank you. Bye bye.